Hey guys, Andy McCann with CrossFit Garage, where competition is king and routine is the enemy. Here are the WODs for the week of the 24th. I will scroll through them real quick for those that want to see the workout and then explain it for all those who like to know why we do what we do. Monday, here is your workout, and here we go for the quick scroll. You can pause that and go back and look. Essentially, we're finishing up our summer plus a month of testing and lifting and Rippetoe cycle. So everything comes to conclusion at the end of next week or the week of the 24th. So your workout is sometimes not the main focus. Instead, the lifting will be a main focus. So you have a short workout. Of course, we love short intensity. So 8 minutes, go as hard as you can. Lots of time to heal up or to rest, and then hit your back squat. So today it's really all about this back squat 1 rep max. So if you go a little slow here, that's totally okay. It's about the back squat. We're working all summer long with Mark Rippetoe's cycle. So we want to hit our 1 rep max today. Tuesday, we have another team WOD. This one's a little bit different. In this workout, it's going to be up to you and your partner to know each other and trust each other. So for instance, if my partner is Griffin, I know he can work out faster and do more stuff than I can. So I'm going to give him probably 2 reps for every one of my rep until he starts feeling funny. So that's just, I know if I do that, we'll go further and faster. So you need to know yourself and figure out, hey, what's better for me? What's better for you? There's probably, well, using Griffin is probably not the great example because there's probably nothing in here that I could beat him at. But if I was to partner up with, say, Brandon Schoper, I would probably give him more row because he's taller and he could pull a pretty good row calorie. And I would probably take more double unders, so he would row until he got tired, then I'd hit some double unders. I would say kettlebell swing and box jump is probably towards his favor, and box jump probably towards me. So we would split these up based on how we know each other works out, right? Be honest with yourself, and then you'll end up pushing really well and getting good numbers. This one is to be broken up however you see fit. So we've got 100 of a lot of stuff. You can do it by 10s or by 5s, or mix it and match however you want. So get everything done, and if you finish in under 25 minutes, redo it. Some of you guys won't finish this at all, so the other part you have to think about is which ones do we want to do to get the reps without as much stress. So for instance, I would pick 100 double unders as my number one easy thing to do on this list. I can knock out 100 double unders in under 100 seconds, so I would take that one for sure. The row is a bit taxing for me compared to some of the others, though holding onto a kettlebell for that long would definitely give me some pause. So it'd kind of be a toss-up. For me, I would say go double unders box jump, but your partner may have a different idea. So I would probably cut row out completely since it's such a hard pull just to get one. But that's up to you to figure out what I want to do. So if you make it all the way through, that's 1 round, and then your reps are just whatever spare change you get. So if you do 1 round plus 200, then there you go. That's your score. RX Plus has some options right here. So you guys create your own workout, tag out whenever you want, break it up however you want. Be smart, know yourself, know your partner. The 27th is another short workout. Well, I say short. It's short doesn't really mean anything because if you're going at it with intensity, it hurts. But it's a push-up burpee squat. So you got to watch right here on your push-up cycle. Those that are looking at this will say, oh yeah, I got a push-up and a push-up with a burpee. So how am I going to do that? What I would recommend is learning how to do different styles of burpees and doing different styles of push-ups so you can keep yourself moving. This isn't the main focus. This is to get you moving. The main focus is to deadlift. We have a 1 rep max. Do this, get a lot of time for rest, and then hit these. When you do your 1 rep maxes, you should be taking like 4 minutes or 5 minutes between each main lift. So you hit the lift, and you're like, hey, I did it, went up. I'm going to try again. Wait 4 or 5 minutes. Add the weight, lift again. Don't do like CrossFitters want and pound through a bunch of lifts at one time. I also probably wouldn't warm up like with 400 different lifts. So you just did this. That's a nice warm cycle there. For me, I would want to get to about, I think 406 would be a PR. So I would probably start off, do 10 on the bar, just the bar, get the motion, put on 35 or 45s to get to 135, do maybe 3 or 4, put on 25s, do 1, take those off, put on 45s, do maybe 1 or 2, and like that. So I'm jumping up relatively quickly, but I'm also hitting a few here and there. I don't really need a bunch of warming up because I just did all of this. Though you don't want to skip right to your PR with less than like maybe 10 lifts on the front side, right? So somewhere between 10 and 25 would be the way to go. And then we hit Grace. This today, the workout is our main focus. Grace is an awesome CrossFit workout. Combines a quick movement, the clean and jerk, with something heavy. Grace is a named workout, meaning people all across the CrossFit nation do this workout. It's 30 clean and jerks, and the clean can be any type of clean you want, squat or power or muscle clean, whatever, at 135 for guys, 95 for girls. If you have a sweet score here, like 2 minutes, and you're like, I just really can't improve that. I'm not going to knock anything off. Or it's 3 minutes. You're like, that's the best I've ever done, the fastest I've ever gone. I want to try something different. You can go for double Grace. This is pretty nasty. So if 135 is a challenge or 95, don't go double Grace. Go back to Grace. It needs to be that weight is not a challenge to you at all. If you think these weights are too tough and there's just no way it's going to take you, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to do this, one lift a minute, change it, do Grace altered. You have two choices here. You can do your clean and jerk 55% 1 rep max. We just did that on last Friday, so you should have a number there for you. Or you can go heavier. I still want to do 30, Andy, because I like that. It's kind of quick, but I want to use a heavier weight. Rather than doing more reps, I'll try it on the weight side. So you have some options. It's still the clean and jerks and same motion for everybody. So spend a lot of time warming up, learn how to get under the bar effectively. If you're doing clean and push presses or clean and press, you're going to wear out faster. So make sure you know how to do some sort of jerk. The push jerk or split jerk are both acceptable. You could even do squat jerk if you want, I guess. That would probably wear you out pretty heavily, though. And then we finished the entire cycle, summer, and everything with a good old favorite, the old or original, I should call it, baseline. It is 4 rounds with running, squats, sit-ups, and push-ups. There's nothing too dramatic in terms of like muscle-ups or push-ups or a lift that we can't do. Probably the biggest issue is going to be push-ups. So you need to look at what you've done before and either do the exact same thing and try to go faster and everything, or up your push-ups. So if you did them from your knees and it was pretty easy, then try doing it from your toes. It may take longer and your score may be larger in time, but you did a harder style of work, so that's okay. When I say compete, first, always compete against yourself. Second, find somebody in the gym that you can have fun with and compete in a healthy way. So if you find yourself looking at the whiteboard, I just pulled a whiteboard up. So if you find yourself looking at the whiteboard and going, yeah, that's not right, they totally cheated, they didn't do it right, then that's not exactly what the kind of competition I'm talking about. So I can look at Brandon. I know he didn't do this, but I'm going to just bust on him anyway because he beat me by 3 seconds. If Brandon has a bad kettlebell swing, and I know that, and I look at that score and I'm like, dude, come on, buddy. Well, one, I should probably just talk to him. Brandon and I are good enough friends, and we compete against each other a lot. And even Joe, I can come up to him and say, hey, I saw you doing your kettlebells, and you may not know this, but your head wasn't going all the way through. You might want to work on that next time. And they're going to be like, oh, man, thanks. I appreciate that. Probably not doing it intentionally. You just get tired and you get moving. I'm okay even if he does that and he beat me because I'm sure I did it somewhere in there. I just didn't notice. So this makes it really fun. Joe probably came in at 5:15 and then did it again because normally he's right in front or between us. So Joe, man, what happened? This is where I totally throw down on you, buddy. Joe does so much volume that I'm not even sure how he stays close to living. He's got running, biking, and marathons and CrossFit and babies. But anyway, so you look at these numbers and the competition should be friendly and lighthearted, not so much, hey, Brandon, you're cheating. If I feel that way, I should talk to him and be like, hey, dude, your thing was off, in a spirit of building him up. Like, hey, did you know your pull-ups, your chin's not really getting there every time? Because I'm sure he's going to turn around and say, yeah, I didn't realize that. Thanks for telling me. I had a problem with counting double unders. And actually, Brandon and Joe both know this because they were here then. I would count my breaths rather than my jumps. and I would always be a couple reps over. So in a rep of 100, I'd do 110 in my head. And everyone was like, no, dude, you're wrong. I'm like, I don't think so. So basically, we had some people count out loud. And sure enough, I was wrong. So it's good to call it to people's attention because they may not know. But my point is, if you feel like, well, the scale today was, 1 rope climb or 3 rope pulls, and that's just not right. I mean, that's kind of a tough thing because I can go up a rope in 2 pulls while like Griffin can get up a rope in a pull and a half. So it may take you like 6 pulls to get up. So a 3-to-1 on a rope pull may not be legitimate for you, but you got to go with something. So I wouldn't get so caught up on where am I on this chart. It is fun to see yourself move up to the top. And on days like today where there's, it's Helen, there's no scaling or options of scaling, then obviously it's a straight line comparison. Other days it's a little bit more oblique, and you just got to roll with the punches there. The biggest thing is you're sweating and you're getting fit and you're pushing yourself. Second thing is I'm having fun pushing each other and taking jabs at people, having a good time. So let's look at this right here. Brad, what'd you get? Ooh, 27 seconds. I bet you it was in the run. So it's kind of neat to see how people are doing and what they, oh man, 1.5 minutes? Nice. And 44 seconds. That's a pretty good jump right there. So have fun with it, compete, but compete healthily. And routine, if you feel like, I've got to lift, because if I don't, I'm getting weaker, then you're probably in some sort of crazy routine because it's not really true. If you're moving and you're doing percent lifts and pushing yourself, you're going to get stronger. So watch out for routine and compete healthily. All right, guys, have fun.